my name is Sarah and I'm a student.
Hi, my name is Marta and I'm a high school teacher.
Hello, my name is Eric Mitchell, and I am going to be talking about the importance and relevance of a Strong Bonds marriage retreat. Before I get started in explaining what a marriage retreat is, let's go over the fundamentals of why they're important. Throughout time, relationships struggle, people go through hardships in any career, in any path that we choose to go down in life. However, we go and look at the life of a military spouse, a military soldier, and we see that it's not always easy. There's struggles that come with it, complications, deployments, long hours, field exercises, etc. It is absolutely crucial for a soldier and their spouse to gain as much time with each other as they can. So, through the Chaplain Corps, they came up with a program called Strong Bonds Marriage Retreats. These retreats are designed to benefit the spouse and soldier and help build the fundamentals of their relationship, strengthen those relationships that are already solid, and even resurrect some relationships that are falling apart. It is absolutely crucial that both spouse and soldier go to these events and learn a little bit about themselves, a little bit about their spouse, and what they can do to strengthen their relationship, and in some cases, again, mend it. There's an author by the name of Gary Chapman who wrote The 5 Love Languages. And some of the material that he covers is identifying your own individual love language. And then how does that love language carry on over to your spouse and what is theirs? It's not a compatibility thing. It doesn't say who's right or wrong or what's right or what's indifferent. However, it is important for you to realize that Gary gives you the tools to fix and even strengthen your relationship. It doesn't tell you that you're going to go and become better and fix all problems. With that being said, there's another book by a comedian, and the book is called Laughter Related to a Better Marriage. The approach given in that curriculum changes and goes over how you can use comedy and finances and everyday struggles to better your life and better your relationship, because everyone in their day-to-day activities go through these things. So we teach these materials and we go over these things to help strengthen your relationship, and it's all funded through the Chaplain Corps. With that being said, we do this in order to show that you can have a relationship outside the military, that you can have a family and still be a part of a military family. You can do work for 9 months, 14 months deployed and come back and there's still success rates and not be a statistic that shows that your family or your spouse and you are failing in your marriage. The military doesn't want to see that. We don't want to become another statistics where everyone just runs rampant and is no longer a part of something that could be so much greater. With that being said, Matthew Kelly, an author of many books, has turned around and quoted some great material, and it does go a little bit over on a religious aspect. However, given that most of these events are funded through the Chaplain Corps, we don't try and preach, but we try and at least educate and ensure that you have the opportunity to become better within your own home. Now, we do events for single soldiers as well, so we don't negate from that. But the biggest core that we see is to nurture the living, honor the fallen, and when we have those two things put together, we're going to nurture your relationship, and we're not going to honor the fact that it's failing and falling apart. So when we put these events together, we're trying to bring together the fundamentals of your relationship, rekindle those things that you had when you first saw your spouse for the first time when you started dating, to build on the relationship that you had maybe when you found that person even in the military, because we cater to both civilian and military spouses. We do have dual military people. Some of the things that we do during these events is games, activities. We do interactions. There is some course material that we go over because nothing is free. However, there are some downfalls too. Some people go into these things and think, I don't need to fix my relationship. It's just a free vacation. Some people think, well, I'm not going to gain anything out of this material. I don't know why I'm even here. My spouse signed me up. These are factual things and they do happen. But if you take any effort, any time, and really try and bring yourself to step out of your shell, move forward, communicate with your spouse, because that's what this is about. You and your spouse might actually gain something. You and your spouse might actually have the opportunity to build and grow and then fix, mend, or even strengthen something that's already so sacred and crucial, and it's something that God has looked at and done during all weddings of all kinds when you say I do. At this point, I'm open to any questions if there are any.
Are those events free for people who want to participate, or do they have to pay?
That's a fantastic question. So all the events, like I said earlier, are funded through the Chaplain Corps. So every person that attends these events doesn't have to pay anything for the actual event. The only thing that you are actually paying for is your means of transportation to get to the location where it's at. So it could be anywhere within a certain mile radius. Obviously, we're not going to send you super far. So, any additional questions?
Yeah, one more. So you said that the events are funded through Chaplain Corps, so obviously chaplains are teaching it. Do you have to be a religious person of any religion to attend those, or are they more like, are those events, like, are they covering people of all faiths or no faith? Because they are taught by chaplains. So
that's a great question. So yes, they're taught by chaplains because within the Chaplain Corps, there are different faiths. So that you may get a Buddhist chaplain, you can get a Protestant chaplain. It just depends. However, they're not catered to every specific religion. They're more designed to bring in a realm of the soldier and the spouse and help strengthen their relationship. And each chaplain goes over these materials that they're trained to go over. And it's not even necessarily a chaplain that teaches it. I myself, being a religious affairs specialist, we teach them too, and I've done many events. And so you don't have to be necessarily a specific chaplain. You just have to be what's called Strong Bond certified in order to go and teach these courses. That was a great question.
thank you.
Yes.
How often do you have these events?
So you have these events, it depends. There could be quarterly, yearly, or semi-annually. It just depends on funding and how much money the Chaplain Corps gets in order to go ahead and pursue with the funds.
Who gives the Chaplain Corps? Who funds the money?
So the money comes from a thing called CTOF funds, and these funds are generally donated to people on the installation when they go to chapel services, and when they give those offerings at like Mass or at service or at any other religious practice, they get that money, and then that money goes and funds through the Chaplain Corps. It goes up to a big bank, and essentially it gets divided up amongst all the branches within the installation, and then they fund it down and down and down into a pipeline. And that's how we find out how much money we get and when and where we can do the events. So any additional questions?
No.
Okay. So in conclusion, there are many benefits to having these events. There are many benefits to the people who go and who don't go. And if you don't go, the best thing I can suggest for you is come to one of my events, come to a event, and see what we can do for you. We can definitely try our best to strengthen your relationship, fix a relationship that's broken, or even resurrect a relationship that might be in need. Thank you so much for your time. Have a great day.